Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Yeah, host the Hut, and we're gonna do like a little something a little different here. I'm gonna take you live at the rehab start for Jacob deGrom, and then we'll get into the Met game today and the trade deadline stuff. So doing a little warm up. I guess the Mets are in the Mets minor league team. They're in Port St. Lucie, so that's good. So he'll get 2 innings in. That's what they said. Probably about 30 pitches. So game's about to start in about 4 minutes, I guess. The 6:10 start, and we'll go through all this. And now, please like this video and subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Interesting game today. The Mets, Carlos Carrasco bounced back after a couple bad outings. The Rangers just aren't quite there yet, but you can see the beginnings of a team that are they're much better than they were last year. They lost 100 games last year. The Rangers, they were so bad last year, and they spent a lot of money to be to go from being bad to mediocre. So, um, but they have some talent there. Not a lot. They need to keep building. Obviously, they need to build some more from their minor league system. But in about 3 minutes, Jacob deGrom will take the mound, and we will watch this game and see where it goes. Hello, Jay's Beers. How are you? So we're gonna go for a little bit, not too long, and just cover this, um, covering this very important game for the Mets second half, because this is really he's not going to pitch until the second half. They'll take their time. They'll see how his body reacts, which is fine. The Mets are in good shape. Scherzer's coming back on Tuesday. Hello, Stephen Bunting. How are you? It is a good idea. Nelson Cruz. Hi, how are you, Nelson? Ha ha. So we will be going live in about 2 minutes to show you the start by Jacob deGrom in Port St. Lucie. He has not pitched in almost a year. The last time Jacob pitched was on July 9th of last year. This was the last time he pitched. So it's been a long time. Been a very long time. And of course, please like this video and subscribe to the Baseball Hut. I have a second channel called the Baseball Hut 2, which I basically shut down and I've sort of rebooted the comic book. There's no more comic book content coming from me anymore as a YouTuber. So I turned that channel into the Baseball Hut 2. Now, I would mention this before I forget. This is also live. This is also live on Facebook. So I'm also on Facebook here. Hello, Southern Cal Mets fan. Yes, happy 4th of July. Today's the 3rd, but tomorrow's the 4th. So please, again, like this very important live stream, because this really speaks of where the Mets will be in a couple of weeks. Like I said, they'll take their time with Jacob, and we'll see what happens. It's very exciting to see that he's about ready to throw a pitch. So we'll see where this goes. It'll probably be pretty relatively easy if he's healthy. He's pretty easy going. And the St. Lucie team are going up against the Jupiter Hammerheads. What are they affiliate of? The Jupiter Hammerheads. Are they a St. Louis team? Let's see. What are they affiliate of? The Marlins. They're an affiliate of the Marlins. This is not. I mean, if you're thinking about this, these kids probably never seen this kind of pitcher in their life, and they're going up against this guy. Oofa. Let's do a refresh. Maybe the game has started. And again, please like this video and subscribe to the Baseball Hut. And hopefully we'll just do a little refresh here. Let's get this sucker going. There we go. All right, here we go. Swing and strike. 0-2. Told you. He's going to make it fairly easy. Not for them, but for himself. But for himself. Yeah, very important to get him back, obviously. And there is this rumor that if he opts out of the contract, um, after the season, that he will basically walk, and go to the Braves. Strike three. Strike three. Struck him out. Already start. Already starting. Already starting, guys. Already starting. So he's already struck out the first batter he's faced in a minor league rehab start. Like I said, I think they're only going to give him 30 pitches. So he's not going to get a lot of pitches, just to get him sort of just ready. So 5 pitches, 4 strikes. Well, that's Jacob for you. All right. Who's up? Who's he up against now? Now this is low minor leagues now. They did a restructure of the minor leagues. These are all the teams. All the teams have changed the structures. Instead of teams having 7 minor league teams, some of them, every team has 4 minor league teams now. And Port St. Lucie is now the lower minor league in terms of Class A. So, as we've had in the past, they were always sort of the high A team. They're now the low A team. And with Brooklyn, they used to be the low A team. They're now the high A team. In other words, it's Port St. Lucie, Brooklyn, Binghamton, and Syracuse. I would mention also that in Syracuse tonight, Francisco Alvarez is playing his first game. A 2-2 count to Carlos Santiago. Ball 3-2. Way outside. 3-2. Yeah, so people have been sort of talking about this. I got a lot of crazy comments overnight. A lot of crazy people talking about struck out, swing and a miss, 2 outs, 2 outs, 2 strikeouts, 2 batters faced. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Okay, so it's 2 outs in the bottom of the top of the first. Jake deGrom is pitching in Port St. Lucie for the Mets. He's from Florida. I think he's from northern Florida, I think. So, let's see. On deck is Lewis. Let's see what Lewis. Ian Lewis. He's the next batter up. Strike 2. And of course, please like this video. And thank you, Southern Cal Mets fan. We also have memberships here. So you could get like all these different emojis if you want to like come into the live streams and use them. They're pretty cool looking. They got a lot of faces, and you get like these special, instead of like a badge, you get like a special number. If you're a member, you get a hit by pitch. You see, Starlin Marte got hit today, and you got that stern look from Buck. That didn't go it didn't go over well. Again, another guy got hit by an opposing team. Hit by pitch. So he got the first 2 guys out. He struck the first 2 guys out, And now he's walked Ian Lewis of the Jupiter Hammerheads. Now up is Brady Allen, swinging strike. Okay, he's only going to go 2 innings here, I think. He's doing 15 pitches, 10 strikes, and 5 balls. So in other words, he's got another like 10 pitches in him, or 15 pitches in him. So normally I don't cover these games. I don't cover any games. If you don't know me, you follow my channel. I don't really do this, but I was going to come on anyway, and I forgot that he was coming on and he was pitching tonight. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for all of us to sort of share this moment online. Just reading some things through Twitter. Jacob deGrom's first pitch of the game was 100 miles an hour. Boy, oh boy. 1-1 to Brady Allen. Ian Lewis steals second. Strike two. Swinging another swinging strike. 1-2 to Brady Allen. Jacob deGrom's now thrown 17 pitches, 11 strikes. But you think they'd give him a picture? They didn't give him a picture. They didn't give him a picture here. I think they would have given him a picture up there. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to do a live stream anyway. Wow, look at the people in here. And please like this video. Now, if you're watching it on replay, send me a super thanks. Called strike three. So, and the 4 batters he faced, he struck out 3 batters. So he's gotten up to a very strong start. He did hit a batter in the inning. He's 12 strikes and 6 walks. 6 balls. So now the Mets are going to come up. This young Met team, Alex Ramirez is the big prospect down there. Number 5 or 6 best prospect in the Mets system. He hit a moonshot the other day in a game in Port St. Lucie. So there's some talent down there. And Guerrero, he's another one that has a lot of talent. Let's go through the Mets lineup here. Ramirez, Lynn, Concierge, Lugo, De Los Santos, Guerrero, Wold, Barcereta, and Loyo. So I don't know some of these guys. I know the prospects. I know Segura has sort of taken a step forward as a prospect. And I know that Ramirez is a big prospect. He's hitting 287. Let me just go over his number just to give you an idea. Please like this video, of course, and subscribe. Let's see. Just to give you an idea on Ramirez, he's going to be leading off. This is from MLB.com. His hit tool is 45. Really, the best is 65, 70 with some of these guys. But sort of give you an idea of Ramirez. Just to go through his numbers a little bit. He's at Port St. Lucie. He's hitting 287, 359 on base percentage, 448 slugging percentage, 807 OPS, which is pretty good. Anything over 700 seems to be like the average for OPS. If you're like under 700, that's not good. He's got 40 runs scored out of 66 games. That's not bad. 6 home runs, 36 RBIs, 26 walks. That's pretty good. 17 stolen bases. His numbers are about the same as they were last year, but he does strike out a lot. 2-1 count. Pitching for the Hammerheads, Sandro Bargolo. Swinging strike 2-2. Let's give you an idea about Ramirez. He is 19 years old, born 2003. God, so young. The Mets used their highest bonus of the 2019-2020 international period on Ramirez by signing him for $2.5 million. The Mets remain enthusiastic about who Ramirez could be in time. That's ball 4. So he walked. So he does walk a lot. He does take pitches. So that's pretty good for a young guy. Mets remain enthusiastic about who Ramirez could be in time, but still more about potential than present skills. He did play in Port St. Lucie last year. So he's not as advanced as Alvarez is. Ramirez is an above average to plus runner right now, one who is willing to use those wheels to good effect in center field on the base pass. So he's a center fielder. He stands 6'3" and could fill out more than his current 170. He's a really skinny kid. I was surprised at how skinny he was when I saw that video of him hitting that ball the other night. Pop hasn't shown up much in games yet, but he crushed that ball. That was a moonshot. I don't know if anybody saw that. The foundation is there for Ramirez to be the Mets' next big position player prospect. It's possible that he tones down the swing, grows into that pound, and becomes a true 5-tool threat before reaching the age of an American college junior. And play outs. How many outs? 2 outs. Let's see. Doesn't say how many outs. Lin grounds into a double play. Shortstop Santiago to first baseman Zubia. Alex Ramirez out at second. Lin out at first. Thanks a lot. It's also possible that a lot more bumps could come up on the long road ahead of him. Second full season will provide some answers on his promising future. So Ramirez is not going to get called up to Double A. I highly doubt it. A player to keep an eye on. He's not in this game, obviously. Is Mark Vientos. The Mets there's been a lot of talk, up here, that the Mets were to call one of these minor league players to be like a DH, would be Vientos, because he's in AAA, and he's doing actually pretty good there. He's got 14 home runs, 38 RBIs. The 14 home runs is pretty big. 845 OPS, 500 slugging percentage. And this is after getting off to a slow start. So, let's see where Stanley Kusegra is in terms of the Met prospects. He's nowhere to be found. I just hyped him up. He's nowhere on the Mets top 30. Never mind. 2-1 again. Hello, Steve Perez. You're up. Yes, we will have the second inning for Jacob deGrom coming up shortly. And he pitched pretty good in the first inning. You do 18 pitches, struck out the side. And we'll see how that goes. Now, please like this video, of course, and subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Hello, Pat Cole. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? What's going on? Ball 3. 3-2 the Casagra. Foul ball. Yeah, so after he pitches, because he's only going to pitch the 2 innings, 30 pitches. So he's got that 12 pitches in his arm. We'll get into the game a little bit today, and what the Mets are going to be looking for going forward the rest of this month, because they need help with the bat. They need some help offensively. I think we kind of all know that now. I've been talking about that for the last 2 years. But they got a good manager, and that makes a big difference. Unlike what we had last year. In play, no out. Must have been a hit. We'll see in a second. Stanley Casares reaches on a fielding error by shortstop Carlos Santiago. Stanley Casares to second. Wah, wah. Fielding error. Okay. William Lugo is up next. Now, I would mention that the Mets, they do have a Dominican developmental league. So if you want to know, how are they able to develop certain players, um, they're still able to do that beyond the four minor league teams. I know the Dodgers have that. The Dodgers have a big system, when it comes to that stuff. William Lugo singles on a ground ball to center fielder Brady Allen. Stanley Casares scores. Great, great announcing. All tongue tied. Who's up next? Omar De Los Santos. Yeah, so this is now a low minor league team now with with Port St. Lucie for 30 years plus. For 33 years plus, it was always the high A team. Then now the low A team. And I'm not talking about Mr. T and Hannibal Smith. Omar De Los Santos walks on 4 pitches. That's a bad pitching by Borgallo. He's throwing 20 pitches to Borgallo with he's only throwing 9 strikes. That's not good. That's not good. Mound visit. Runners on first and second in the first inning. In the first rehab start for Jacob deGrom. How's everybody doing? I haven't been around much. I was here on Friday. How's everybody doing? I know you've been chomping at the bit to hear from me on the live stream. I've been very busy, believe it or not. And I had some issues with the other channel, and that's gone. So, but back momentarily with the action. Mound visit by the Jupiter Hammerheads pitching coach, I would think. Up next is Justin Guerrero, second baseman, hitting 221. Whoo! That guy can hit. 1-0 Port St. Lucie in the first inning. And Steve Perez, you still stream hot? I haven't seen you on in forever. I was here on Friday. I did a stream on Friday. I'll be doing more of these. Trust me, I'll be on a lot more now. Because now we're getting close to the trade deadline. I got to be on. So I forgot that we had this game on tonight. Totally forgot. Tells you how I pay. Tells you how I pay attention. In play. Out. Find out what happened here. So it's 3 outs in the inning, I would guess. And we'll get to see Jacob pitch another inning. Here, at least on the computer. Yeah, I mean, I'm still streaming. I have been in witness protection. Let me tell you. Justin Guerrero grounds into a force out. Shortstop Carlos Santiago. The second baseman Ian Lewis. Omar De Los Santos out at second. Okay, all right. I actually have been witness protection. I really have been. We won't get into that. So just in between innings is now the top of the first. We will have the second inning pitch by Mets ace, Jacob deGrom. We'll see if he goes past 30 pitches. He do 18 pitches in the first inning. They don't want to send him, obviously, 30, probably has 12 more pitches in his arm for this outing, but we'll see. I know Buck said this yesterday. They wanted to get him 30 pitches, but we'll see. I don't know where they're going to, because he did throw a lot of pitches in the inning. He did hit a batter in the first inning. We'll see. But we'll see how this goes. C. Perez, which other channel did you have issues with? The Comic of the Patriot. The Comic Book Hut. The Comic Book Hut is kaput. And I shut the Patriot Hut because I had no use for it. Not making any money. No, we don't answer the door here. We don't answer the door. We don't answer the phone. Nelson, we don't do that here. I was raised right. You don't answer that door for nothing. And you don't answer the phone either, for that matter. That's a damn sure. You don't do any of that stuff. All right, here we go. Yeah, so Jacob has thrown 18 pitches, and he's thrown 12 strikes. Boy, it went to nighttime already. Jeez. Wow. Boy, it gets dark down in Florida quick, doesn't it? That was quick. Yeah, I mean, this is exciting. It's an exciting time to Southern Cal Mets fan. It's an exciting time. Baseball's always exciting anyway. Called strike, swing and strike. He's got basically 10 more pitches to get out of this inning. Strike 3. Boy, he's making quick use of these guys. Wow, 4 strikeouts. 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts, 4 outs. Struck the first 4 out of 5 guys. And the other guy he hit. You think he's ready? Yeah, the Mets have a really tough schedule, but it's going to get easier. Steve Perez, you see the nonsense that Clown Buster only put out there yesterday about deGrom? I've been talking about deGrom not wanting to be here. I don't think he wants to be here. I don't know if I don't think the Braves can afford him. But I mean, to be honest with you, but I'm not, who knows? Up next is Christian Rodriguez. Strike 1, strike 2. But he's not fooling around. He wants to get out of this inning pretty quick. He wants to get his work done. He's got 7 pitches to get the next 2 batters now. I don't want to be like Cespedes. I mean, I think he fell off a horse. That's why he's not playing. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts. For the first 5 outs in this game, Jacob deGrom has struck out 5 batters. Now, mound visit. They probably want to ask him. Uh-oh. We don't like that. We don't like a mound visit. Let me check my Twitter feed. They might be asking him, do you think you can get one more batter? That's interesting. It's a mound visit. Interestingly enough. They might want to just see if, hopefully he's not hurt. That would not be good. Oh, really? Steve Perez, I heard deGrom just built a new house on Long Island. So I don't know. It sounds like he's putting down roots to me. I don't know. I've not heard that. So, pitching change. Racing Santos replaces Jacob deGrom. Okay. They probably didn't want him to go any further than the 24 pitches. That's fine. So he's out of the game. Hopefully nothing of note. Probably just to get his pitches in. That's a quick hook. He was pitching good. He was pitching great. Why take him out? What the hell? What the hell is that? I wonder what happened there. Hope he's not hurt again. No, 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 no. I don't do that. No, 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 no. No. Yeah, so Jacob DeGrom's taken out of the game. I don't know if they had a really strict amount of pitches on him. Or maybe they asked him in between innings how much further you can go. They probably asked him that. Um, so so he's out of the game. And now let's see. Yes, I think they just took him out just to take him out. I don't think they took him out because of just checking to see if anything bad. Yeah, they just took him out early. They said that he was going to get 30 pitches, but I guess they didn't want to press their luck with him. Obviously, with the arm injury, he's had so many injuries over the last few years. There's really no reason to sort of push him. And his last time he pitched was on July 7th. So let me read you this one. This is from Anthony Nicomo, making his first regular season appearance at any level since last July 7th. Jacob DeGrom struck out 5 of the 6 batters he faced in a game at Class A St. Lucie. He hit 101 miles per hour in the radar gun and eclipsed 100 miles per hour 7 times. He threw 24 pitches. Holy crap. Holy crap, Bolo Batman. But why take him out? He was pitching great. So that's fine. Just to get him on a mound again. You get him back on the Mets, boy. That's a big deal. Obviously, that is huge. You know, I'm glad I was able to get on. I'm glad I was able to talk about him. I hope you like me doing this. I don't normally do these things. I don't normally cover these minor league games, or let alone cover any games. But like I said, there's gonna be more live streams here. There are gonna be more live streams coming up over the next couple of weeks as we get close to the trade deadline, and there'll be more regular live streams as we go further into the season. When we get into the dog days of August, we get into September, um, and let me just get out of here. We'll get to the Mets box score, I guess, from today's game. They beat the Rangers today, 4-1, and let's get through the Mets box score. It was a very good game today. It was good to see that Carlos Carrasco bounced back. He gave another home run today, but he was able to sort of manage the game. I'm not a big fan of his. I don't know how much he has left. Once they get Scherzer back here on Tuesday, and they get deGrom back, and Bassett comes back off the IL, I think Bassett will pitch much better because he won't have the sort of pressure to be the ace. I think that's a big reason why he's not pitched well. Plus, I think the league's adjusted to him a little bit. So, we'll see how that sort of comes about. So here's the box score. We'll skip over the Rangers. But the Rangers, they let me see. Let me go through this. Struck out twice. The Rangers strike out a lot. I mean, the Mets really struck them out like crazy on Friday. I mean, if David Peterson is striking you out 10 times in a game, you strike out a lot. And I noticed that Corey Seager was not killing the Mets like he normally does, like he did with the Dodgers all those years. Interesting. 7 hits in the game. I will mention this kid that's behind the plate for them, Heim. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I was very impressed with him. I know he was a draft pick of the Orioles. I know that Buck likes him a lot. I was very impressed with him. To be honest with you, I'm not. I'm not. No, there's no more masks. The mask that's over with. When I come on camera again, it's not going to be any more masks. That's done with. Let's go to the Mets box score. Starlin Marte hit another home run today. That's 2 days in a row. He's hit a home run. He went 1 for 2. He got hit in the shoulder, behind the shoulder, late in the game. He's a good player. Boy, he's really good. Nemo's scuffling a little bit. Lindor, I went through Lindor's numbers with comparing him to Jimenez, and Jimenez, oh my God, Jimenez is absolutely positively destroying him. Just really, it's embarrassing, that trade. Pete had the at bat of the game because he struck out in this at bat, and it got away from Heim, and Heim threw the ball away, and it set up the whole fifth inning. I guess the fifth inning, yeah, the fourth inning. It set up the whole fourth inning where he came in on a double by Jeff McNeil on the next pitch to put the Mets ahead, and then we saw a 2-run home run by Eduardo Escobar, who's hit 3 home runs 3 days in a row. So he's coming around. So that's great news for us as fans because he's really a nice guy. He comes across as a very, very nice guy. So he's a very nice guy, and that's why I'm rooting for him. Yes, I was on a live stream with Hum Baby before the season started, and I did a preview of the season for the Mets. Yeah, Jeff McNeil 1 for 4. He got taken out for late in defense with Ender Encerade came in. It'll be interesting to see where the Mets go because Encerade is a really good player, or he's been a really good player in the past. And when Jankowski comes off that IL, it'll be interesting to see if they send him back down to the minors. I don't know. He might not have any more options. Yeah, so Escobar went 1 for 4 in the game. He had another home run. Dom Smith went 2 for 4. He looked a little bit better, but not much better. Not a big fan of his. He's going to have to get moved. The Mets are going to have to find somebody to pick him up. I was very surprised that, very, very surprised that they called him up. You know, you're better off just keeping him down in the minor leagues and get his value up down there instead of him sitting on the pine up here. But the Mets got to figure out what to do with the DH spot because that DH spot has been a disaster beyond Pete batting there and Lindor batting there. Here's the Mets pitching for the day. They went up against John Gray. You know, as you know, he's pitched for the Rockies. He pitched okay. He made one bad pitch. You know. Yes, Carrasco went 5 2/3 innings, 102 pitches, 69 strikes, 33 balls, 8 strikeouts, 1 run, 1 walk. Gave up a home run. Who did he give up that home run to? Oh, to Heim. So Heim's got 12 home runs. That's pretty good. And then they brought in Joely Rodriguez. He pitched 1 in the 3rd innings. He looked pretty good. That's another thing the Mets have to do is find another lefty in that bullpen. Keep an eye on Andrew Chafin. They should have picked him up in the offseason. Then they brought in Ottavino. Ottavino's pitched really well for the Mets. I gotta say, he's pitched really, really well. But they need another right-handed reliever too. So they need a couple of things. Let's see. I would mention this about Frankie Montas, who pitches for the A's, and he's a big target for a lot of these contenders that need pitching. He left the game early today for the A's. He usually does 98. He was throwing like 93, 94, so they took him out. And obviously, Edwin Diaz came in at the end, pitched great at the end. Well, he's a little shaky today. He's pitched really well. He's pitched great, actually, since he has been since Buck has been sort of really nursing him along. He's pitched really well. He's probably going to make the All-Star team. That's how well Edwin Diaz has pitched. And he was a little shaky in the ninth inning. I think, he hasn't pitched much, but he got through it. I would expect him on the All-Star team. I expect about at least three Mets on the All-Star team. Marte, I think, will make it. Pete will make it. And Edwin Diaz could make it. I think McNeil is kind of a push. I don't know if McNeil's going to get in there. But Marte was part of he's on to the second round to be a starter. So he'll probably make the team. If he doesn't start, he's going to make the team. Same thing with Pete. Pete's got big competition. He's got to deal with Paul Goldschmidt. And he's had a big year. Big year. You got the link. If you go through the community, William, you'll find the link in there. Yeah, I mean Diaz has pitched really well, and he deserves to make the All-Star team. He's been really good. Now I'm going to go through a couple names real quickly before I end the live stream. Again, I'll be doing regular live streams. There could be one on Thursday. Let me just check the Mets schedule. I always got to check the Mets schedule. I'm very busy. I can never tell. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Now, please like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the Baseball Hut. So hopefully everyone has a very safe 4th of July tomorrow. The Mets will be playing the Marlins on Thursday. So there should be a live stream on during the day on Thursday. They played the really bad Reds, although the Reds beat the Braves today. They were winning in the ninth inning, and the Braves tied the game up, and then the Reds came back and won. I guess on a walk off. I would mention this about the Braves. They lost Kenley Jansen. He had a regular heartbeat again, so they might be looking for a closer. Who knows when he's coming back? Then the Mets play a 4-game series against the Marlins, and obviously on Saturday's the big day. Keith Hernandez, his number's getting retired. I'll have stuff on the community you need to check out. For Keith, I posted his number yesterday. Let's see. And then they play the Braves in a 3-game series on the road. Then they play the Cubs. Then the Mets play the Cubs, and that'll finish up to the All-Star break. So we have some tough. This is a tough road. After the Reds, it's tough. The Marlins are tough on the Mets all the time. The Braves are gonna be tough. The Mets struggle to win in Chicago. So the Mets have some, in the past. So then they come back and they play the Padres, and the Padres are in it, And then they play the Yankees and then the Marlins again. But on the 17th, which is going to be a big show, it'll come on around 6:30ish after the Met game is over, and I will follow the draft, the amateur draft, which will be on that Sunday. And you want to come by and watch? We're going to go do the entire. I'm going to try to go as long as I can. So I always have to be up early to go to work. So we'll follow at least the first 14 picks, because the Mets had the 11th pick and the 14th pick. And then they have the 5 of the first 90 picks of the draft. So we're gonna have a really good, interesting night on the 17th. And hope you want to be here and watch the show. Again, there's gonna be more live streams. I'll have one on Thursday. That'll be the next live stream. I wish I could have done a live stream before the ceremony on Saturday, but I can't, unfortunately. That should be fun. And we'll see what happens. But this is going to be a very difficult month. Not as difficult as last month because they had that long road trip out to California against the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Angels. But I'm not a bookie. Stop with that. All right. Let's go do some bad teams before I end this. But obviously, the 3 main players that I've heard has been Nelson Cruz, who doesn't have any power. He's hitting, but he doesn't have any power. Trey Mancini, who seems to his power sort of disappeared, and the other guy is Josh Bell. We'll see where these guys go. But let's go run down real quick some of these bad teams. Some of these bad teams that are going to be moving players. Baltimore, obviously I mentioned them. The Tigers, the Royals, um, the A's. We'll see who they move. They might move some of their bullpen pieces. The I don't know where the Angels are going, and I don't know where the Mariners are going. Because they're like right there. The Mariners are 5 games back in the last wild card, and the Angels are 6 games back. So they're not moving anybody. Interesting enough, Baltimore's 7.5 behind. Wow, what a big difference it has been for the Orioles. And the National League East, we have the Nationals at 29 and 51. They're gonna move Bell. I mean, there's no doubt. They don't have really a relationship other than he's played for them this year. They're gonna move him. They're not gonna be like, well, we like him. No, they're gonna move him, and he's a free agent. They're gonna want to get something for him, and he's having a good year. Uh, the National League Central. I don't know what the Pirates have to move. They have nothing to move. They have nothing to move. Maybe some of the bullpen pieces. The Reds, Luis Castillo. We'll see where he goes. I've heard the Yankees with him. And the Cubs, boy, oh boy. Contreras is probably going to go. Keep an eye on Kyle Hendricks. Believe it or not, Marcus Stroman. I already heard they want to get rid of him. That doesn't surprise me. That guy's a cancer in the clubhouse. So who knows where he's going to. I don't know if anyone's going to pick him up. That's a bad contract. You give him $70 million for that guy? And he's seeing like whatever under every rock. Arizona's 8 games back, and the Rockies are 9 games back in the last wild card. They might be teams that start moving people at the very end of the trading deadline. I know that they mentioned Charlie Blackmon. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. That guy, I don't like his game. He's not a good player. I don't like him at all. I never liked him. And I mentioned stays far. He played a game against the Mets right before he became like this big all-star. He looked, you know what the hell he was doing on the field. You know. Just to go through, the Giants will do something. They're 2 games behind the in the wild card. Right now, the Braves are 3.5 behind the Mets, 4 games back in the loss column. The Phillies win today. I don't even know. I forgot to check. But they're 7.5 games behind the Mets. Ooh, watching the Padres and the Dodgers. Craig Kimbrell just got hit in the back. Just got hit in the back with a ball. Trainer's out. All right. All right, I want to sort of end the live stream because I'm getting tired. It's been a long day. A good Met win. We saw Jacob deGrom pitch tonight, and for the St. Lucie team, pitched really well, and that's good news. And everything's starting to look up. But the Mets need offensive pieces. We'll talk more about that. There'll be videos coming up talking about all that stuff. And I want to thank you all for coming by. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, and I hope you all have a good night and a happy and very safe 4th of July. Thank you all for coming by. Had a lot of people in here tonight. This was great. And have a good day, and I'll see you later.